I've got wings and boobies.
She's literally just staring at the camera. How are we competing against that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
competing against that?
I mean, we can't. For the rest of your life.
Go with the Dark Knight.
Can I do this or what?
Yeah.
One movie is Goodfellas. Okay.
Oh, we have to
Four.
choose one of the four. Hold on a second.
Listen.
Stop interrupting her.
Don't interrupt,
Want me
Liz,
to mute
guys.
them all, Liz? I
All of
can.
you guys be quiet right now.
Oh my
We're trying
God.
to talk, okay? Do not.
Oh, hang on a second. We got a phone call. Oh, sorry.
So, how did you get the link to get in the Zoom room? This is Liz. No?
It's on Twitter.
It's on Twitter?
Yes.
Twitter.
You know what? I might have shared the wrong link.
You want me?
Hey, John.
John, are you there?
Wait, what's the little
What's
baby
up?
in the right-hand corner?
We can't hear you.
John, you're tripping me out, bro.
Man, looks like you just ordered some coke.
Oh, shit.
No! What? Man,
What
check it
is
out.
going
John, it's on the ground. Oh, wait, now some chicks on him. There's some dudes on him.
What is going on?
Wait. Oh, they're doing CPR. John! John's doing it. Get his ass back alive, dude.
Got
Where
eight.
we are? Oh, there goes John.
Wait, why are we frozen?
Where'd John go?
Hey, John. Restaurant wearing that.
On like
If I was a
10,
woman.
10 of your monitors, you got.
What is she saying?
Wow. Wow. This is great. This is content. I don't know why we only have 11.
Hey, John, hang out with us, man. You know?
Yeah.
There he is. He's there. Hey, John, what's up, dog? How you been?
Oh, here we go again. That's where I put the Zoom link. I meant to.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on.
shit.
Yeah! He's
This
pooping.
is great. Look at that. Shit away, John.
Yeah, no, he has. Hey, when you gotta go to, he must have had Maria's.
Cantina. Restaurant. Bye, John.
And a championship semi-finals. So fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna cut this shit off. All right.
We'll get there. All
Yeah,
right,
we'll
next,
take care of Jim. We gotta take care of Jim.
we got the
You know what-
ugliest Bert and Ernie I've ever seen in my life. What the hell is that?
Oh my god.
Kind of looks like Ray.
Right, that's that.
Sorry.
I mean,
I don't have a filter. I'm sorry.
Which
You guys
one?
gonna put shit like them.
Is that?
Barney, what's up? It's John. Oh fuck!
Oh
John,
no! John got her.
God, no.
John.
He's getting in a coffin? What is he getting in?
And we didn't get. What's that sound? What is that sound, horse?
It's this sound.
You sure you don't want to tell them about your pediatric hemorrhoid?
What's John doing? Wait, I gotta watch John on the hey, Joe Barney.
Oh, John's in. What?
Go out now.
John's throwing up.
That was horse yesterday after eating meatballs from 7-Eleven.
That's what a Zoom bomber is.
That's a Zoom bomber, huh?
Oh, okay.
That's our first official Zoom bomb.
We got Zoom Bomb, folks. Fucking A.
Protester.
Zoom Bomb City.
That was fun.
It's
And
it's
he's got his ugly ass feet down there too. You don't even have
he's
shoes on.
barefoot. I didn't even notice that. Costume. So you get the orange coat, prison garb, the fake wig, and the glasses. And eBay said, nah, we're not gonna allow that. So they pulled them all down.
Why?
They said they didn't want to have Jeffrey Dahmer.
He's a serial killer. He ate.
It's more like Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's the dude that ate people?
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that dude's freaky. Yeah, fuck him. I wouldn't do it either.
Then he ate them.
He's missing one piece of the costume. I would have actually had one more piece, a bag of Old Trapper, and then when people ask what that is, I go, no, not what, who. Remember Trapper used to call it a Jim Rome show?
Oh, are we
That's what we
doing?
should talk about. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you at work?
I did that on the water hole. I crapped in my van.
Oh, I just farted. Did you hear that? I jumped into my chair. A little fart came out. And I could see it in slow motion coming out of my mouth.
Oh, a Luke?
No. I almost had an embarrassing situation happen, though. The bathrooms weren't working, and I needed to go now.
You know?
I had somebody ask me if I was a bot.
Are you a bot?
Well,
Have any of us in
Well.
this room actually seen Liz live?
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
You won! You won! You did it!
Well, that was the last thing I broadcast on Friday. Burn Dog, at least on this show, not the DJ show. Burn Dog winning 200 horse coins. I'm playing with fire. Oh, you guys have got conversations going. I'm going to have to catch up on that. The chat little app logged me out, so I was typing in my password, going crazy as I went live. I'm assuming I'm live. I got jammed at work today. Work went long. Ooh, I got a boo-boo. I cut myself with a finger. You know what happens when you sharpen your knife after having it dull for about 4 weeks? You forget that you sharpened it, and I went right through it. Right into it. Work beat me up today. But I know where you all's here. The story is not going to disappoint. I promise you this. This is not one of those, or Ryan, as Ryan would say, a nothing burger. Oh, it's a something burger. It is complete stupidity on my part. I did something so fucking stupid, you're going to think I'm lying. In fact, I have pictures, but I got home so late, I haven't had a chance to upload them. Hence also why I started playing the commercial, realized I hadn't filmed it yet. Because it was an old commercial about Jay winning a bet, or the Kentucky Derby bet that I ran last Monday as a gag. And anyway, long story short, I'm scrambling to get today's been chaos. Yesterday was insane. And the story will not disappoint. I'm going to give it to you. I don't have a video of the day. I am trying to I got to work. I got home and I did my workout, because I do not ever skip my Wednesday or my Monday, Wednesday, Friday workouts, no matter what happens. So I had to get my workout in. I had to get a quick shower because I was a hot, sweaty mess after today. And here I am. I skipped my dinner or my after workout meal. There's a bot. I saw the bot. It's a person, though. It's not really a bot. Oh, shit. I haven't switched my buttons over yet. Give me a second. I need to get squared away here. I mean, there was a chance this show was going to be a half hour late, and I crammed a bunch of things to make sure it wasn't. All right, let's see if the bot button's here. Nope. Where's the bot button? Hey, bot button! That's over on deck 2. I set it for the water hole. I'm discombobulated. Okay, that one's working. I set that to the water hole. Jeez, what day is it? You know what the good news is with all this chaos the last 48 hours? I'm off next week. I have a vacation. The shows will still be here, but I won't be doing my job. I can get caught up on some things. I owe some people some prizes and everything else. Okay, the bot. I do have that now. There we go.
Someone isn't gonna like that.
Your move, creep.
Fucking thing sucks.
What a bummer.
I will get to my handcuff, police, and fire. Oh, there's a wrinkle you didn't know about. Not only the police and the fire department I interacted with this weekend. Yesterday. Seems like it was a weekend ago. It was yesterday. Gail did win, right?
You won! You
Who's
did
the
it!
loser? I gotta scroll up. Who's the loser? Loser is Mr. Coldwater Canyon. Mr. Coldwater Canyon, you are this.
So you get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
Restream bot. I came across your stream and really liked your vibe. Where'd that come from? Oh, came from Kick. You know what? I'm gonna kick the. I don't have time for Kick today. I'm gonna kick off the show. I don't want bots bugging me. All right, let me go into Kick. If you're watching on Kick, you got to go to YouTube, Twitch, or X because I'm kicking the signal. And you're like, well, how do I go to HollywoodRejects.com? There you go. Click on the YouTube button. But bye-bye, Kick. I don't have time for you. All right, Kick just got kicked in the stick like I did yesterday. All right, well, I guess, who's Deba Cakes? Deba Cakes. Deba Cakes. Deba Cakes. Why is that not Serenity now? I needed that yesterday. Deba Cakes. Retweeting all my stuff. Oh, wait. Follows a bunch of clones, so Deba Cakes must be a Deba clone. Let me see. Who is this? Followed by James in Portland, Helen, NorCal, and 9 others you follow. All right. Oh, I know why Deba Cakes is muted. Because Deba Cakes likes to talk politics. I don't want that in my feed. You do you. I'm not criticizing it. I just don't want to see it in my feed. So if all your posts are about political parties, either side, I don't care which one, I'll mute you. I won't unfollow you, and I won't block you. I just mute you. Just don't want to see it. But thank you for retweeting everything. You're like, what a douchebag. She's retweeting everything you do, and you mute her because, yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't care what people's political beliefs are. If I care what people's political opinions were, then I would block Tyler. Okay, let's go. There's something about Mary's story. Honda Horse, did you get nut bag stuck in the zipper? You know what? That's the closest guess I think anyone would get. It did not involve my nuts or my junk. But that would probably be the closest thing to guessing. If I was to throw out guesses, that's probably as good as you're going to get because it's that stupid. So here we go. Let's get going. It's 10 after. I let everyone focus in. I'm ready to do this thing. First of all, this is my statement.
I'm not a smart man.
I am not a smart man. And I am about to prove it with Exhibit A, the story from yesterday. So, yesterday, like every year, my mother-in-law, who turned 86 today, or Saturday, it's one day on the other side of Father's Day this year. So as of now, she's, what did I just say, 46? Did I say 46? I don't know what I said. 86. Whatever I said, it's 86. We're going to 86 it. So she's 86. My father-in-law is 85. They're 6 months apart in age. Came over yesterday for Father's Day / mother-in-law's birthday. And we had a good time. We visited. We ate dinner. We had some birthday cake. And then we went into the living room and started just chatting. And I don't know how the subject came up. and I wish it never did. But the subject came up that I can get, if I'm handcuffed behind my back, I can get the handcuffs to the front. And not everyone can do it. It's a certain percentage of the population that can take their handcuffed hands, and come back up under your legs and get them in the front again. And I did it in my 20s and 30s. It's a good party gag, because not everyone can do it. So you put them on at the party, and then I do it, and then everyone else struggles because, more people can't do it than can do it. And I did that in my 20s and 30s. I've done it half dozen times, a dozen times. It's a good party trick. So you can see where this is going now. Yes, Tyler's like, what? So I have a pair of police handcuffs. And I have a key here, and I also have a key on my car keys downstairs as a backup. So I'm like, you know what? I wonder if I could still do it. And I thought for sure I could. But I figured if I couldn't, I got my wife, she'd get me out. So I put my hands behind my back, cuffed one hand, and as I'm getting ready to do the second one, remember, the part of the story, and I've admitted here, that you need to remember is I have anxiety panic disorder, and one of my triggers is claustrophobia or the fear of being trapped. So, like the fear of being handcuffed and put into a patrol car, which I've never had happen. The fear of being on an elevator and having it break down, terrify me. I mean, I've gone to therapy for it because it started closing in on me. I started becoming really having panic attacks on airplanes, and I've been flying since I was 5. I've been flying alone since I was 7. My parents would put me on the plane. So I've never had a fear until about 10 years ago. So I have that issue. And in fact, I own these because my therapist said I needed to practice. But I will talk about that later. And if I had practiced, what happened yesterday would not have happened. So I'm already starting to feel a little like this seems like a bad idea. And I'm like, this is where my anxiety, I have to go, you know what? It's just anxiety. You're fine. You have a key. There are 3 people in the living room that will get you out if you cannot move your wrists under your legs in front of you and then get yourself out. I had the key in my hand. So I'm like, what else and I play with these all the time. So I'm screwing around with them. I open the key and I clap them and So I am downstairs in the living room and I click the left hand. I already had the right hand. I clicked the left hand and then I tried it. And the problem is when I could do it in my 20s and early 30s, my ass wasn't as big as it is now. I was about 25 pounds lighter or thinner, skinnier. So it got caught on my big ass, and I have a big ass. It runs on my mom's side of the family. We got nice asses. When I was in my 20s, I used to have women pinch my ass. I'm not gonna lie. They'd slap my ass. Not girlfriends, strangers. Not kidding. And it happened more than you think. A couple dozen times. Anyway, that doesn't happen anymore. But in my 20s, yes, I used to get groped by females. So I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like working on, I'm a third of the way past my ass cheeks. And I know I'm not going to do it. And then I got to the point where I'm like, if I get it too tight and I get stuck, is it going to open up? So I move my hands back and I go to my wife and I go, you got to let me out. So I hand her the key. And I'm ready to get out of these things because my anxiety is, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably at a 3 right now. I want them off. So I hand her the key. And she's messing around back there. And I'm like, honey, Anytime. And she goes, it's not going in. Now, funny jokes aside, haha, there would be a lot of sexual innuendo here. Not like that 15-year-old kid, V, and his mom, but there will be a lot of can't get it in, the hole's too small. Yes, I understand. They're all funny. But that's what she kept saying. So I'm like, honey, you need to get the cuffs off. She's like, it doesn't fit. The key does not fit. So then I'm thinking, okay, we're facing the wrong side. They're on the other side. So I bend over and I put my wrists up really high. And she goes, it doesn't fit over there either. And I'm like, honey, you need to get these off now. And I'm being nice because my own fucking stupidity. But I'm like, it fits, trust me. It's the same key I've been using forever. And she's like, it does not fit. It does not fit. And there's the hole. And there's the key. And then my mother-in-law's helping. Right there. That's the hole they were working on. I said, try the other side. And then they're working on that hole over there, but it's harder to see, right? But it's the same hole. It's still too small. So now the meltdown starts. I can feel a full-blown panic attack coming on. And I'm like, oh, shit. No. We're not, no. We're not doing this. And I said, please, honey, try again. It fits. It's there. Look for it. It will work. I promise you it works. They're both trying, and yeah, you're loving this story. I was not having any fun yesterday. So they're trying some more, and now I need a break. So I go, here, put the key in my palm of my hand, and I walk into the other room, and now I've got to go into this is what you learn in therapy. I've got to go into breaths because you start hyperventilating, which isn't good. So, and I'm thinking I'm fine. There's no danger here. What my brain wants to do is go, what if someone broke in right now? You couldn't get to your gun. What if someone did something to your wife? What if there's an earthquake? I mean, it starts going through all these things, and you've got to stop that because it's not going to happen. But when you're in meltdown, that all seems likely. An earthquake seems likely at that moment. Iran launching a bomb at my house seems likely at that moment. So you've got to stop that. You've got to stop those thoughts and keep it focused on what's going on. So I'm doing this, and then my mother-in-law said, oh, here, let me help. Let me do this or this. I go, you guys really need to leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Go away. Basically. I'm polite about it, but I need to focus on myself. I can't be thinking about what you're talking to me about. So my wife knows this stuff. She's like, Mom, let's go in the other room. Let's go in the other room. And I'm breathing slow. I'm okay. I'm fine. And now I'm getting my wits back. I'm like, okay, how do I get out of this solution or out of this problem that I've stuck myself in? So I go up the stairs, which is stupid in hindsight, because if I fall, I'm not going to be able to brace myself, probably break my neck. But I go upstairs to the upstairs bathroom because there's my wife's mirror, the little mirror, and then the full face mirror. And I'm trying to aim her mirror and use that mirror because I can't see the handcuffs. The problem is, I'm going to brag, is I've been working a lot of upper body workout for coming up, it'll be a year in August. So I'm my shoulders, so where I used to be able to move more, I can't because they're too tight. So I can't flex like I usually can. So I can't see. I'm trying to get the mirror, and then I'm trying to keep that. Every time I start to focus on how I'm going to get out, I realize I can't, and then I start to freak out again. So then I got to calm myself down, stop thinking about it, and go, I'm fine, do all this shit. So I'm stuck because if I'm trying to figure out how to get out of it, it makes me anxious. And then if I calm myself down, I'm not thinking about solving the problem. So I go back downstairs, I go, listen, It works. That is the key. It works. And they're like, well, if you can put it in sideways, but we're twisting and it doesn't work because it's that little hole right there. They're like, well, it goes like that, but it's not opening up. I can't see what they're doing, so I don't know why it's not working. So then I start to go south again. I'm like, I gotta. Now, here's the thing. I have medication. I could have killed it in its tracks. But the problem is the medication makes me not give a damn, and it also takes away my reason skills. So I'll be happy. I'll be like, whoa, I don't care. But I'm not going to be able to get out. So I finally look at my wife. I'm like, you're going to have to call somebody. Call somebody. I don't know how much longer I can hang on here. You just. And so she calls 911. And at this point, I really don't care. At this point, I do not care. I want these things off of my wrists. And like I said, it's behind. If it was in front, it would be different. I could still do things, whatever. And the key was broken or whatever. I could go out and look for bolt cutters. I don't know that we have any or where they are, but I could, or go to the neighbors. But the fact that they're behind my back, I don't want to go anywhere because I don't want to get stuck or hurt or injured. So she calls and I hear her say he's anxious, and I could hear on the phone, if anything changes, call us back. So they're sending out help. And I'm guessing the anxious thing, that's the difference between anxious meaning no lights and sirens. If it would have been like, oh, he's in full meltdown, they probably would have been lights and sirens. And thank God they didn't. They just drove. So now I know they're coming, and I'm the last priority. No, they didn't come in hot, chat. So I know they're coming, but I also know I'm the lowest of the low priority. So if some kid's riding their bike and they fall down and they break their wrist or whatever, they are definitely going to get help before me. Or if there's a burglar, peeping Tom, any of that stuff, the cops are going to go do that. And I don't even know who's coming. Cops, fire, I don't know who's coming. I just know someone's coming. So I figured it'd be police. But who knew? So now I know I got to wait. And it could be 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't know. So now that help's coming, I can focus on not getting out. I need to focus on just keeping my calm. And then it kind of got easier because I went upstairs. I told everyone, leave me alone. I went up into my office right here, turned on this fan. So I had nice, cool, fresh air blowing on my face. Turned out the lights so it's pitch black, which always calms me down. And I just sat here, leaned against the desk, and closed my eyes and just pictured I was in a hammock between two palm trees with the waves crashing and going under the hammock and then going back out. And I imagined that for about 10 minutes. I was just deep breaths. I was nice and calm. And I'm like, okay, I got this now. I went over to my wife's office so I could look out the street and look out the window. And finally, I see a police car go by. I go, hey, honey, police, they're here. Can you go up flag him because he went too far? And so then I'm getting downstairs, and then I see the big fucking ladder fire truck pop up. And I'm like, there's 6 firefighters getting out, one with bolt cutters. I'm like, and then there's another cop. So 2 cops, a ladder truck with 6 firefighters. I'm like, they all want to see the idiot. They heard the call. And the firefighters probably eating lunch or whatever, and like, oh, there's a call, it only needs 2 of us, and they're like, what is it? Some moron got stuck in handcuffs, and he's freaking out. Oh, hell with lunch. They all fucking, hey, we're going. We want to see the moron. And they all showed up, smiling and everything else, and I come outside with my back, and I go, I'm the moron. It's me. I'm the idiot. And so I do have pictures. My mother-in-law took pictures. Now, the cop, first of all, my mother-in-law, that doesn't fit or whatever. That's the double lock. So apparently that little hole right there at the top, that is the double lock. That is when someone, I guess, can pick the lock or whatever. They use this little thing on the key to slide that over so it creates 2 locks. You have to first slide that back and then you can work on the lock. That up there is the hole they didn't see or look fine. They were obsessed with down here. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that hole existed. I knew that hole existed. So I couldn't figure out why they couldn't fit it. That's the keyhole. That's the one they needed to find, but it was facing down. And even with me bending my arms back, they kept looking at the other one and trying to play with the other one. They didn't even look over. And to be fair, I mean, it's my own damn fault. It's totally fair. Is that little silver thing in the middle, it kind of looks like another rivet. So if you're not looking at it, now, if we had ever tested this out, like my therapist said, and like I hand myself to a chair and then my wife was supposed to go out, stand outside for like 3 or 4 minutes and then come back in and let me out and then slowly increase the time so that I got comfortable being secure with handcuffs, then it wouldn't be, then she'd know where the keyhole was, but she had never used them before because I was always chicken to do it. So anyway, I'll get the pictures. So the firefighters come up, 6 of them coming up across my lawn, and I'm like, I hand the one the key, and I heard him say, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. He's like asking his buddies. And they're like, let the professional do it, because I guess the cop was right behind him. Let the professional do it. So the cop got out a little screwdriver thing with a handcuff key on it, which is convenient. You don't have to worry about this little key. And I, I had to bend over and put my wrist way up so he could find it, and he pops it open. He shows my mother-in-law what they were missing. And then once the first one is done, I can pull my wrists out. This is where the picture is for this. I'm such a moron. I'm not going to lie. He's taking care of that second one. There's the fire department. Let me find the next one. Total moron. There's them leaving. There's the big fire truck. The 2 cop cars were in front of the fire truck. Let's see. There they are. This is after I'm out. They're all I know what they're saying. What a fucking dumbass. Look, they're all smiling. What a dumbass. Have you ever seen something that stupid? No, I haven't. How about you? Nope. 30 years in the service. Never seen that stupidity before. Yeah. Moron. Idiot. All right, so let me catch up on the chat. I'm loving this story, says Gail. Yeah, I that was not fun. Horse got his 86-year-old mother-in-law looking for his hole. Yeah, there it is. All the sex jokes, right? Cindy, you can go back and watch the replay. You missed it. Haunted Horse got himself stuck. Where's the baby oil vegetable? Okay, so baby oil vegetable oil. I did have a thought. I thought if I could take my jeans down, I could get over my ass with the handcuffs. But they were already on their way. And the last thing I wanted was to be stuck halfway and not be able to complete it and be naked. But I thought, you know what? I could have probably did it. Now here is what anxiety does. An anxiety attack. It makes you stupid. Because as soon as they left, I'm like, why didn't we Google it on the internet? I could have showed them what the keyhole looked like. I didn't know that they were confused with the other one. I didn't know there were 2 holes. I thought it was just the one keyhole. But apparently that second lock mechanism oval is what they were focusing on. It's the first one they saw because of the way they were facing. But we could have Googled it. I go, that's what the keyhole looks like. Oh, well, that's not what we're trying. So I thought about that, and I thought of something else today. What else did I think of today? Keyhole on the internet, and then I had another good idea today. I can't recall it. Should have wrote it down. But yeah, I thought about if I could take my pants off, I might be able to get past my ass, my huge ass. The story ends with something in Horse's stink star. Nope. Okay, Cindy, Horse put cuff on and now can't get out of him. YouTube a video of how to put it. Yep. I knew that would get you guys going. The hole's too big, the hole's too small. At what point don't they video it and show you? Who? My family or the police and fire? Peter Anderson, if they only had a camera on their phone to show him what they are looking at. Okay, that's the other thing. That's what I thought of today. Thanks, Peter. You actually caught it. I should have said, take a picture and show me anxiety. It takes away all your reason. For me, it was all about 10% trying to solve to get out and 90% trying to keep my cool, which 6 years of therapy for anxiety panic disorder, I did amazing. I did not melt down. The old me before therapy would have been in full fucking meltdown. And it would have been bad. It would have been horrible. Everything I learned in therapy, the breathing techniques and all that stuff worked. It worked. It worked like a charm. It kept me from ever getting above probably a 6. Every time I got near a 6, I was able to bring it back down to a 3. But every time I did that, I had to stop thinking about the problem and focus on my brain and not how to get out of it. But the therapy, amazing. So if you're suffering from any mental issues, I tell everyone this. Don't go at it alone. I did that for 20 years. And it just slowly got progressively worse to where once it got onto elevators, I'm like, I need to go into elevators for my job. I'm carrying cases of product. I can't go up 20 floors with 20 cases and make 20 trips up the stairs. I'll have a freaking heart attack. Once my anxiety leaped onto elevators, I had to go to therapy. And I wish I would have went 15, 20 years earlier. It was great. So, but yeah, I should have had them take a picture of it and show me, and I would have said, no. It is a different. Look all over the handcuffs. It's not that, but I didn't know. Is this the marble stream? It is not. Get Wells over there. He will take them off. I wasn't waiting 30 minutes, 35, 40 minutes for Wells to come over and take them off. Somebody call somebody. She did. Hey, Darren, 911, even better. They'll come in hot, right? How did you turn the fan on with your handcuffs behind you? Actually, I did. Because the dial is really easy. The dial is right here. So I was able to do things behind my back. I was able to hold the key and try to look in 2 mirrors for the hole. The problem is the hole was facing down for me. And I would have had to guess where it was. And I tried that, believe it or not. But I'm like, there's no freaking way. 1 in a million, I'm going to find that thing. But, yeah, I was able to do several things. I was able to do that. I was able to turn the lights out in my office. That I just pushed my face against the light switch. But, no, I was able to do several things by just being creative. So... Peter will get the reference. Do you know how to request a open recorder? We need to see the police cam video. I don't know how to do that. No, see, by the time the cop got here, I mean, I met them at the door joking. So I said, I think the first thing I said was, it's Father's Day, but don't worry, I didn't procreate. So you won't have to deal with this again in, 10, 20 years when my kid does it. I think that was the first thing that I said to them. And then after I got out, I said, I am so sorry I wasted all your time. And they go, no problem. It is absolutely no problem. This is what we do. So they were good to me. They knew I was embarrassed. They knew. So I don't know that the cop recorder, all the good stuff happened before they got here. Once they got here, I knew I was almost out. They had bolt cutters ready to go. I knew no matter what happened, I was getting out of those things within minutes. So I was actually joking, laughing. I'm willing to learn. I watched Damon smoke scan, right? I watched that. Damon on the smoke scan. I don't understand this at all, LOL. You got to catch the first part. Cynthia, that's what happens when you're late. Don't be late. You're late. You don't know what's going on. What can I say? I even waited 10 minutes into the show. Yes, but we aren't a party to it, so they might not release it. Oh, you guys, hey, if you guys could get it, that wouldn't bother me. I'd be afraid if I requested it, they might think I staged it or something. I don't know. Like, to talk about it on my show or whatever. I don't know. I don't think there's anything good on it. Unless it's them saying, oh, God, we're at the dumbass's house. Let's go in. I don't know. Do they have sound on them or is it just video? Hot Horse was doing a party trick. Yep. How much did that house call cost the taxpayers? Oh, probably hundreds. They can just say it's a training. There's Polly! Can't wait until you officially retire. 911 on speed dial, right? Polly's Dodgers took two of three against the Giants, but we got Gail knows this all too well. We got Rafael Devers in a trade that the Red Sox basically gave up their best player for a bag of magic beans. Stupid idiot, Kirby Smart. Right. No, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. There's no defense. Hindsight 2020, I go, you know how to open. I just didn't think it would be that hard. And granted, she's never unlocked handcuffs before. And I didn't think that there would be a confusion with the two different, like I said, the main way they were looking at it was only one set. The other one's on this other side. Anyway, I didn't think it would be a problem. It was. I learned my lesson. Think things through before you do something stupid. Could you imagine Rome playing this 911 call? Right. I mean, the 911 call was that's probably funnier than any police video. 911, person, male, stuck in handcuffs, having anxiety attack, needs assistance. Because they asked my wife, police, fire, or ambulance? Police, fire, or ambulance? Is that the three? Anyway, she asked three things, and my wife couldn't answer that question. She just said, my husband's stuck in handcuffs, and he's freaking out. He's having a panic attack. So she didn't know how to answer that because technically it could be fire or police, right? Not ambulance. You can shut that one down. I didn't need an ambulance yet. If I would have went too much longer, maybe. Next time, call your EP before 911. Yeah. I don't know what you would have done, Tyler. If I can't explain it, you're definitely not going to explain it 2,000 miles away. They can stop the video for the jackass in handcuffs to take a picture. They had legit funniest home video and $10,000 worth of it. Is there even still a funniest videos? My medicine cabinet is my therapist. Jay, I had pills ready to go. In fact, at one time, I did get them out. I just never took one. The cool thing is with my meds is if I can deal with the anxiety without taking one, it's a huge win. It is a huge win. It gives me a lot of confidence. And it did yesterday. I kept from melting down. I was very happy with how, because it was a situation I had no control over, and my wife couldn't get me out of it. And so I knew I was going to be there for a bit, and I either had to deal with it or I was going to melt down, and I dealt with it. Horse, you need some fresh Viagra. I just got her VA refill. There you go. Boing. Right. Portland. All right, there we go. That was 40 minutes of show. Yeah, dummy. Big dummy. Big dum-dum. Here's the thing. Excellent. Oops. Here's the thing. I need to do it again. And not for any stupid reasons other than for the therapy. I was supposed to do it anyway. Now that my wife knows what to look for, I need to do it again. And I will. But I will have bolt cutters as a backup in case something goes wrong. But I need to do it again. So, yeah. And that's not called not learning my lesson. That's called I was supposed to be doing it anyway for therapy. Because it helps. Every time you do it and then you can handle the panic attack that comes with it, you just get better at handling panic attacks. And then they aren't so bad. So anyway, I'll have safety precautions in place, but I'm going to have to do it again. So I bet my wife's not looking forward to that. But yeah, I will be doing that again in the future. Hopefully it doesn't result in me calling 911 because then they would think I was really a moron. They already think I'm a moron, but then they think you're a double moron. They probably bill me for it that time. Hope you got this service connected. Yeah, right? Viagra? No, I don't mind anyone joking. Honestly, it's funny. I have no problem with people making a joke at my expense. It was dumb. It was funny. It's as funny as America's Funniest Videos when someone gets nailed in the nuts with a baseball. It's funny. It's stupid. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. I mean, I have pictures. So it happened. But yeah, hey, I can handle it. I'm a moron. I did something really, really stupid yesterday. Luckily, I got away with, I did something stupid and I didn't get hurt. I mean, I wasn't going to get hurt anyway, but I didn't do something stupid like put gasoline on my barbecue to try to get it started and have it blow up in my face. Something dumb like that. So there has to be a video. Trust me, dude, all the funny stuff would have been before anyone got there. When they got there, there was nothing going on. I was in a good mood. I was joking. I knew I was out. No, all the best stuff would have been earlier when I'm like trying to keep myself from lose it. I was not happy. I was not happy. And I was like, honey, sweetheart, you need to get these things off now. And that has to be a horrible situation to be put in. Let me say this. Last night I told her, if you guys, I mean, who hasn't seen the movie Titanic? Last night I told her if I was Jack and she was Rose, I would have drowned. Because Rose got the handcuffs off of him as the water's filling up into the room. And she got him loose. I said, I would have drowned. You would have let me drown. I can't get him off. I'm sorry. Yeah, she would have drowned her husband. Anyway, the thing to remember though, Jack didn't put the handcuffs on himself. It was that douchebag. Oh, I mean, you know, I don't have any stories pulled up. What story do you go to from there? I think I'm just going to... Does anyone want to come on the show? I don't have anywhere to go with that. I mean, there's your chat. I think I handled it. I had nice birthday cake. You know what else was weird? Bad timing. So I don't drink Diet Coke anymore. And it has relaxed me. I used to drink a couple gallons of that a day. Not kidding. Gallon and a half of Diet Coke a day. I'd get those super big gulps, the double gulp, and I'd fill it up 3 or 4 times, and then I would have like 3 or 4 cans in the morning to get going. So I got all off of that crap last year. But every once in a while I'll have one. And 1 can of that stuff like amps me up now. Whereas I could drink a gallon and a half and I'd be, you know, a little wired, but not just shaking. I had one yesterday with dinner 30 minutes before that shit happens. And that stuff also adds to an anxiety attack. It's caffeine. It makes your brain think faster and go faster. Well, when you're having an anxiety attack, you don't want your brain thinking faster. You want it thinking slower. So I had a diet. It was a Diet Shasta Cola with caffeine in it. And I was kind of amped at dinner. And 20 minutes later, I'm in handcuffs. And I'm like, oh, shit. So I didn't even think about that till today. That caffeine probably didn't do me any favors. I need a pair of glasses to record everything. I'm terrible at recording with my phone. Hey, those new glasses are legit. Meta's got them. And Ray-Ban makes Metas, and then there's another company that has them now, Apple. But they're getting really good reviews where you can film. It's low-grade video. It's not, obviously, because the battery and the battery life and the charging and everything else. But you can take still pictures or whatever, but they're decent enough. You're not going to get high-grade video, but they're decent enough for people that just want to film something. Yeah, I sliced my finger with my knife, and I was trying to take something down, and it fell and clawed me today. My boss was all cut up today too. We had today was a long work day, 10-hour days. Really nice when it gets to Thursday night and I have a 3-day weekend. They are fucking brutal when you've got a big day and you've got to just put your head down and get through it. Because I knew if we weren't working fast, I wasn't going to make it home to do my show. Today was almost the day where the show got pushed from work because of work. I almost had to push it 30 minutes. But I got home, got my workout in. I'm starving. I want to go eat. But got my workout in and got all cut up. Yep. I got to put something on this. It's fine now, but I got to put something on this. Otherwise, I'll bleed all over the sheets. Wife will be like, don't bleed on our sheets. So I got to do something. Oh, look at this. Baki's here. Baki, you missed the story. I was in handcuffs yesterday. The police had to let me out. But I'm not going over it again. You're going to have to watch the show. If you want to find out about the police and the fire department coming to my house and getting me out of handcuffs, you're going to have to watch the show from the start. What if Haunted Horse had diarrhea while handcuffed? Okay. Peter, you're kind of I'm wondering if you don't have a camera in my house. Because while I was waiting for them to while I was waiting for them to show up, I was having a lot, anxiety, whatever, flight or flight. I mean, there's symptoms, right? There's things that your body does to prepare. And all of a sudden, I had to go. And I'm like, how's that going to work? I mean, I can't get my pants down. Maybe I could, but I'm not going to be able to do anything else. So I'm like, I don't want the door open if my wife's going to the restroom. Pee is fine. The other is not. I want that door shut. And I don't want the door, I lock the door even if I'm at home with just my wife because I don't want someone coming in when I'm doing that. That's probably a weird thing. I do not poop in front of my wife. She does not poop in front of me. The door is always shut. But my stomach was upset. We had just eaten, and I started going, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. My body wants to evacuate everything that is not needed because I'm in flight or flight. So I'm like, oh, how's this going to work? And they're going to show up any minute. So I just kind of calmly went back to my thoughts, didn't think about it. But when they left, yeah, I exploded the toilet. Within 5-10 minutes of them leaving, that toilet was destroyed. It wanted out. It was like, hell no. So, yeah, it was like an enema, dude. Like when you're going through... Hold on.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Talking about poop.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
It was just like when I do the prep for colonoscopy. When you take all those laxative and everything, it wanted out now. Luckily, it waited for about 10 minutes after everyone left. And then I ran to the restroom. And it was like... My stomach was kind of upset for about an hour and a half afterwards. Broke up with my high school boyfriend because he pooped when I was putting on my makeup. Oh, wow. It is a no-go for me. I do not want a woman pooping with the door open. I think of you all as nice, pretty, smell good, just soft and pretty. I do not want to see any woman dropping a deuce. And then I've been told, well, how do you know? Oh, I know, because I'll smell it. And then I'll go, are you yeah, no, I don't want any of that. No. In fact, in my world, women don't poop. You guys just are pretty and cute, and you smell good, and you're always clean, and you do not do that. On the contrary, the toilet destroyed me, yours, Elvis. The toilet did destroy Elvis. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Jay is joining the show while taking a dump crossing the line. Yeah, I don't want anyone on this show. You know what? I'm not supposed to talk about Marco Polo, and I'm not going to name names, but when there are people doing Marco Polos and they're shitting, that's gross. Don't do that. And there's lots of guys that do that. I don't want to see you doing a Marco Polo. Hey, everyone, I'm taking a crap. That's sick. It's gross. It's gross. Don't do that. It's disgusting. But why like that? Baki, you got to watch the show. I can't. Everybody here has heard the story. It's a long story. You have to watch the replay. When the show is over, you can watch the replay. I start talking about it 10 minutes into the show. It's just too long of a story. I spent 30 minutes talking about it. It was like horse destroyed all of us, OJ. There we go. How was the show? Did anyone watch the show on X today? Because Lauren was gone. Did the guy filling in for Lauren have any problems? Did he screw stuff up? Elvis pushed too hard and popped an Annie. No, Elvis did too much drugs and killed himself and got all fat and bloated. I'm wondering what the in-laws thought of this. You know what? My mother-in-law was really good. They were worried. They were worried. They know that I have anxiety issues. You know, I don't hide it from anybody. Figured I always tell. I remember the day I decided to tell the audience. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it'll help somebody. So they were empathetic, but there was nothing they could do because they were having the same problem the wife was. They were just tunnel vision focused on that one double lock. And even when I turned it over on the other side, that looks like a rivet. I can see it. I can see why you would be focused on the one that you could see through and not the other one. I get it. I get it now. I just didn't know that that's what they were focused on. I would have said, no, that's not it. It looks like a key. I just thought they were having problems or something broke. That's what I thought. Maybe something broke and the key wouldn't work anymore. I couldn't figure it out. But after I got them off and they told me what they were doing, I'm like, oh, no. Well, the cop told them, no, that's the double lock. She's like, well, should we use the pointer on the key? He goes, no, you would have made it worse. I'm like, yeah, just what I need. I don't know how worse it would have been. I mean, they weren't coming off anyway. Lauren Hub body double did great. Good. Can't wait. Okay, yeah, Baki, it's worth it. I was an idiot, a complete moron. It's a funny I was a moron story. Elvis pushed. Okay, in-laws, they were empathetic. How long did you have them on for? I'm guessing about 20. Here's the problem with anxiety. Time goes really slow. 5 minutes feels like an hour when you're having anxiety problems. It goes slow. Remember when you were a kid and you were in school and there were 5 minutes till the bell rang and that last 5 minutes seemed like it took an hour? That's how anxiety is. So I'm guessing 20 minutes, 25 minutes total from the minute I put them on. Because they tried to get them off for about 3 to 5 minutes the first time. And then I had to take a break. So I took about a 3-4 minute break, 5-minute break, came back. They tried again, another 2 or 3 minutes. Weren't getting it. Then I went upstairs, tried the mirrors, tried it myself. Yeah, 20, 25 minutes, probably. And see, the old me before therapy, I would have been in full meltdown. I wouldn't have made it 25 minutes. I don't know what would have happened. I probably would have cut my hands off to get the stupid things off my hands. Kidding. I wouldn't have been that bad, but man, I probably would have. I might have injured myself trying to get them off. Broke my thumb or something so I could slide them off. Something. Let's just say Haunted Horse didn't age. Yeah. Broken peen, damn hearing aids. Oh, we're almost out of show. Anyway, that was me, dumbass. That's my dumbass Father's Day story. Total dumbass. And I'm pissed I can't still do it because I used to be able to do it. Maybe if I lose 15 pounds, I can get them over my ass. I was shocked because I used to do it easily. And before I put the handcuffs on, I grabbed my 2 fingers and did it that way. And I'm like, oh, I can still do it. Problem is, that is different than that. That gives you about another 4 or 5, 3, 4 inches. The chain is that long. So that is a big difference. And that is what cost me yesterday. About 4 inches. 4 inches. If this chain would have had 4 more links in it, I would have done it. But it was 4 links too short. But yeah, and my ass was 4 links too big. Gotta go on a diet. I'm fat. Fat. If I wasn't fat, I would have gotten the handcuffs off. But I was very fat. My ass is very fat. Yeah. I have a fat ass. So there you go. What gives you 3 or more inches? I don't know. Viagra. I wonder if this is how Houdini got to start. You know what? I've seen those Houdini things, and I know they're rigged, and I know it's magic or whatever, but he's still submerging himself into a big tank of water. And, you know, he's got a handcuff key hidden somewhere, whatever. The thought of being submerged in water in handcuffs, even though there's a gimmick to get out, freaks me out. I thought of Houdini today. I'm like, there's no freaking way. It's one thing if you're in a box and you've got the trick and you're submerged in water and you've got handcuffs to the floor and then they put the curtain down and then you got to get the key, the hidden key that you hid up your ass or whatever and do that while you're underwater. Hell no. I'd drown. Just like flight training, Officer and a Gentleman. Have you seen that? Where they simulate a plane crashing in the water and you have to undo your harness. They actually push you into the pool. You're strapped in and people panic. And they've got a diver in there in case you panic. But you're supposed to do clip, 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 clip and do all this stuff while you're underwater and then get yourself out. And people freak out. I mean, hey, we threw grenades and people freak out at the grenade range. They lose their shit because they're holding 2 live grenades and they throw them and they forget to get down or they drop it and they freak out. Yeah. So panic is real. Read my last message and I'll just say yes, no, nah. Let's see. Oh, I get it slowly. You were not arrested, so you called the cops to uncuff you. Yes, exactly. Or to uncuff the bed. I was not in bed. This was not a kink. I asked the guys, did I say that or did I think it? I think I thought it. Like, you guys were probably wondering if you were showing up to a guy handcuffed and he was naked, something. I thought of that today, I think. I didn't say it. I said the I didn't procreate, so you don't have to worry about my kid doing this. Claustrophobic and MRI. Yeah, I get drugs for MRI machines. I've only had one MRI. But I took a not lorazepam. That's what I have for my panic attacks. I took a, not Xanax. What's the old-fashioned one? The old-fashioned sedative that they used to talk about in the 80s. What is that? Robin Williams used to joke about it. Anyway, I last time I had, or the only time I had an MRI, they gave me a whatever that is. Popular in the 80s, not Zoloft. No. Zoloft isn't for panic. That's for long term. What is it? Valium. That's what it is. Valium. They gave me a Valium for my 30 minutes before my MRI, and I fell asleep. Quaaludes. No, that's what Bill Cosby gives his MRI nurse. Valium. Good job, Gail. Yep, Valium. That's what it is. Valium was all the rage in the 70s and 80s. Now they got better stuff. Like my lorazepam. So Xanax, I know this stuff. I've never been on Xanax, but Xanax has a short life of like 2 hours. So it kills your panic attack, but it's out of your system pretty much in a couple hours. Whereas my lorazepam lasts 8. It's long lasting. Longer buzz, if you want to call it that, but it helps me long term. So if I'm on I haven't needed one for a flight in about 7, 8 years. I'm able to get through. I get a little anxious on the flights now just because I know the claustrophobia might come, but I've been pretty good on flights. So the last 8 years I haven't needed any, but before that I was having to pill up before I got on the plane. So it's all the therapy. The therapy that helps me fly without the drugs is what got me through yesterday without freaking out. It's all practice and getting confidence that I have control over it. So my medication comes in a bong. There you go. Yeah, the problem is you're not going to be smoking your bong on a plane. I mean, you can, but you'll have the silver bracelets waiting for you at the other end when you get off. All right, there's the show. Yeah, idiot, big old fat idiot yesterday got himself in trouble. Had to have the police and fire come and get him, save his ass. F those cross tops. Just go right to the cocaine, Gale. Fuck it, right? Edibles on a plane. There you go. You can't take it out. You can't take that stuff on a cruise ship. They are now drug sniffing you. Last cruise we went on, the dog sniffed everybody's luggage. And anyone found with cannabis, banned for life. So, depending on what state you're in, that stuff's getting either easier to get or harder to get. Yeah, cruise ships, they now drug sniff you. And now they're drug sniffing you on the island ports. So you think, oh, I made it on the ship. I'm good. And then you're like, I can use it now. They're actually now during port of calls, they're having the drug sniffing dogs sniff you when you get back on. So you don't have great story today. Yeah, I'm glad I could provide entertainment. It was not fun. It's funny, but it was not fun. All right, everyone, I'll be back tomorrow. The water hole. Tomorrow's not Wednesday, so Darren's not here. The water hole. If anyone but Darren wants to come on the show tomorrow, DM me. You and me co-host, and we'll go back to the regular show, the weird news. I mean, unless I do something moronic tonight, there is still a few hours before I go to bed. Actually, 1 hour before I go to bed. I might do something stupid, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for showing up, everyone. Like I said, tease away. I deserve it. It's fine. For Cruz to just put it right in the butt, Tavares. Making the content nice. Yeah, right. I'm glad my stupidity was very entertaining. See y'all tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific for the water hole with Haunted Horse and question mark. Late.